Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your melanated hostess, and I just want to say shout out to everybody out there. I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope everything is going well in your world. Right now, it is approximately 73, that's 73 degrees outside. Das Wetter ist sehr schön. The weather is very pretty. Die Sonne scheint. The sun is shining. And let's get into it. So for today's topics, I wanted to explore a plethora of topics, but I'm just not going to be able to get into all of them, you all. So I took some notes here on my phone. I don't know what I want to discuss first. Let's get into this, okay? And the reason I want to talk about it is because I'm seeing this happen. And unfortunately, these are the realities of life. So let's get into people do their best to bring you down. Why is that? I don't know. Actually, sometimes we never know, and sometimes we will figure it out, but it's not really our job to figure everything out. Our job is to be the best person that we can be while we're here on this earth, and to do what our divine calling is as it relates to our purpose in life. So if anybody is trying to stop you from achieving that purpose, then you may want to separate yourself from them. A lot of times people have envy, people have jealousy. People are around you for a number of different reasons which you may know nothing about. They have ulterior motives. They have alternate agendas. A lot of times they are fakers pretending to be your friends. And you'll find these people even to be in your family, which is quite disheartening to say the least. You need to put value on yourselves, put value on your talent, put value on your gifts. And when I say put value on things, that means whenever you have a product, whenever you have a vision, whatever your natural gift and ability is, when people try to ask you for a deal, that to you should be an insult, because what they're telling you is that your price is not worth it to them. And so what they feel you should do is diminish your value to satisfy a few dollars in their pocket. And we know that money is currency. Money is exchange. Money comes and money goes. That's the way it flows, okay? And if you're always trying to hold tight and grasp the money, you are blocking a lot of blessings out of your life. I know some people that are like that, and it is very unattractive when people are stingy like that. I like generous people. I think that the more generous you are, not saying that you should just give things away to people so freely and easily, but sometimes you get those same things back multiplied, okay? Sometimes 10 times fold. You just never know. Focusing on a problem always gives it energy. So a lot of times when you sit there and worry is basically thinking about the future, thinking about what could happen, what's the worst that could happen. We know that sometimes you don't have the power or the control over it. So sometimes you have to let it go. Sometimes if you do meditation, or if you do visualization, or if you want to write things down, you can change the frequency of your thought patterns. And sometimes that can actually help manifest things as a better result for you in your situation. This is what the negative entity wants, okay? And when I say negative entity, I am speaking of those negative spiritual beings that are all around us that we cannot see. They want you to be worried. They feed off of your stress. They feed off of your worryation. They feed off of all the negative feelings that are inside of you, that have been impressed upon you. They actually are satisfied from that. It's almost like a leech. They feed off of you, and they feed off of you until you deplete yourself of all positive energy. So try your best not to do that to yourself. I know that a lot of times it's easier said than done, but you just really need to practice these things and try to implement them into your life strategies whenever you're faced with a difficulty. Now, with that being said, there are some times that you may be hysterical, because there are some things that life can't prepare you for, and that is very understandable, because at the end of the day, you're still a human being. Okay, so we all get into our human modes, and we all are going to be human while we're on this earth, but in the grand scheme of it all, we are still very powerful spiritual beings. And they don't want to teach us that. They don't want us to tap into our divinity and our divine nature. They want to keep us in a state of perpetual fear. They want to keep us feeling confined and in entrapment, feeling like we don't have control over ourselves, over our lives, over our gifts, over our talents, over our natural abilities to shine, to thrive, to survive. But we do, and we're going to focus on those things to stay alive. So I just want you all to know that you do have divine gifts. You are innately designed with divinity, you all. When you have a pure heart, a lot of times people with pure hearts, they suffer the worst. Okay, and you should hear the tragic stories that I hear a lot about, things that people go through who have such pure hearts, such pure souls, such genuine spirits. A lot of times people do not care about that. They only come around you because, like I said, they have an agenda. They could care less about your good heart. They could care less about your generosity. They could care less about the innately genuine person that you were designed to be. All they care about is their agenda, what they came for. If they've come around to destroy you, then that's going to be their mission, their goal. Don't let them be successful and complete that mission. Let's see here. Yeah, so people with good hearts are under attack more. So you really need to try your best, and it is so difficult to protect your aura. You need to have a shield and a wall of protection of you up around you at all times. You can do this by wearing certain stones, having certain crystals, wearing certain elements of the earth will help that. Lighting certain candles, and just lighting sage, burning sage. You want to do everything you can, because we are in a spiritual war. If you were born onto this earth, you have basically just been introduced into spiritual battle. Okay, and sometimes, unfortunately, for some of those of you out here, it started at birth. It started before you were even conceived. Okay, your parents could have been at war. Your parents' families could have been at war, and here you come into the mix, and you're basically not even developed yet. You still haven't even come to this earth, and you have had to survive a war before you even got here, and then you're born. And guess what? The war doesn't stop. Oh, it only continues. So just be very clear on that. And so it's always good to be very well prepared at all times. So if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So a lot of people, they're worn down because of the atrocities in life, and I clearly can understand. But just know that the universe has you here for a reason, and hopefully your life will not end before you complete your journey and your path of what you were meant to be put here for. Don't let these negative entities destroy that for you. You were meant to set a legacy for yourself and those that come after you. So make sure your name will be remembered before you leave this earth, okay? In a positive way, hopefully. Alright, some things we don't ask for. It's just placed upon us. So like I said, we didn't ask to be born, first of all. And we didn't ask to be born into turmoil, but unfortunately, sometimes that is what's placed upon us. So you have to be able to know how to handle yourself. That is handling yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and every way else. Because the enemy will attack you in all different areas of your life, and the enemy does not play fairly. This is not a fair game. This is not a fair life. So anybody who may have gotten that misconstrued, I just want to make sure that you are very clear and aware that life is not fair. And I learned that lesson the very hard way. I always used to think that people that were good, only good would come to them. That is simply not true, you all, and I'm just telling you facts. People that have the most genuine spirits get tested the worst. And I just want to say this: let's be thankful, you all, that we do not look like what we've been through. Because if I could share stories with you, some of my very own, which hopefully you'll be hearing some of that soon, but even people that I know, if you knew the things that people have gone through, you would not even know it by looking at them. So that is, your divine blessing, because a lot of people still look fruitful, they still look abundant, they still look lively, they still look just healthy, and peaceful, and just abundantly blessed. A lot of people can't stand that. They want to know that whatever they put you through, that it has taken a toll on your soul and it has worn you down. But when you are still thriving, that says a whole lot about you as an individual, and a lot of people can't take that. They can't stand to see it. They can't stand to see your glow, and they can't stand to see your shine. There's a clip by Red Pill, and I'm going to insert it into this video, and I want you to take a look at it, because he knew exactly what he was talking about. So shout out to him. There are ways to manipulate your reality, and I just spoke about this a little bit earlier when I talked about writing, which is called scrolling. And so you know that there's such things as the tablets. Okay, this goes all the way back to Egypt, you all. Writing things into existence, speaking things into existence, and then walking as if it is already happening. Okay, you know how they say fake it till you make it? Some people really do that, and whether it is by design or by mistake, some people actually make it. All right, and they get what they take. They tell us all the time that they teach us that if you work hard, you're going to achieve success. I'm here to tell you that is certainly not true. There are people who have died working hard on a job, only to have died in their sleep from working for the job. And do you think the job even cared that their life passed away? No. So my suggestion is work smart. Okay, smarter, not harder. Now, if you want to work hard at your goals and your dreams and your talents to help your success, go right ahead. But as far as working hard in other aspects that are not really going to benefit your life, I would advise against that. I think you need to save your energy and channel that energy in a more nourishing way for your personal life, and for your family. I'm going to skip over that one for right now. So yeah, you all, I'm just gonna probably end it right there. I hear a lot of people talking about Doja Cat. I don't really care. As I've already told you, the celebrities, they don't really mean anything. Like, how does she affect our lives, our daily life? She doesn't. I never listened to her. I know she had that song with Nicki Minaj. I could care less. So people really need to stop putting their focus and their energy on the wrong things, their attention and everything else, and their time. The most valuable things you have are your time, are your health, or your energy, and your family and the people that care about you, because family, like we said, is not always blood related. So focusing on people who don't even know your name, who doesn't put food in your on your table, or money in your pocket, or help you survive, or give you air to breathe, or give you greenery, or give you, the fruits, the berries, the nuts that we see that grows on trees. None of this stuff. So why are we focusing on them? What do they really mean to us? I bet you she doesn't even know your first, middle, nor last name, or your nickname. So why? I just don't get when people focus on these alleged celebrities, because I don't really classify them as any more than people who just became famous. But if you want to classify them as a celebrity, go right ahead. You all, I'm going to stop it right there. It is so much that I had in here on my notes, but I'm going to save these topics for later. I just wanted to come and address you all, just give a brief message, since it was so beautiful out here. And I hope you are enjoying my videos. Thank you all for the new subscribers, new subscriptions. I appreciate every last one of you. I appreciate your interaction and your feedback and all the love. We want to share that. We want to spread that. So of course, I'm going to close out with a German phrase. Last time we learned Ich habe eine Schwester, I have a sister. We learned about Ich habe eine Bruder, I have a brother. I'm going to come up with a very random sentence. Okay, I could say Ich wohne. That means I live. Or I tell you what, let's ask some questions, okay? All right, so if you want to ask someone why, you would say waarom. So if somebody said, man, I can't even get my hair done today, and you could say waarom. Why can't you get your hair done today? Waarom. That means why. If you want to ask, what is another question? What is another question, y'all? There's when, where, why, what, and how. Okay, so waarom, was. Was means what, okay? And I'm just going off of memory here. So, was ist das? That means what is that, okay? And when I come back, we'll go over some more stuff. Right now, my brain is a little cloudy, so I'm not going to drag this out any longer, you all. Sleep has come upon me. Yes, I need a nap, and I was up late last night. So anyway, thank you so much for your time, your attention, for listening. Shout out to all my melanated kings. Shout out to all my melanated beauties, my melanated queens. Stay blessed. Stay the warriors that you were designed to be. Walk in your divinity. Protect these princes and princesses out here. Stay abundant and growing in the knowledge. And until next time, everybody stay healthy and well.